Hey guys, how you doing? You're here for a nice, easy lesson on how to play rockabilly. I want this to be an introduction to someone who may not be super experienced on the guitar, but would really like to have a crack at this style. So I've designed it to be nice and simple. You could play it with almost one or two fingers at the most. It's a great exercise for the right hand, even if you are a little bit more experienced, because you could kind of build up the speed. Okay, so there's, I guess, a multifaceted thing going on here with this lesson. You can get the transcription for this on my Patreon. There's so much stuff on my Patreon. There's rockabilly stuff, Chet Atkins style stuff, psychobilly stuff, full transcriptions of a whole bunch of songs in that genre in particular, and a lot of theory material as well that I'm building through, so that you guys can understand these styles of music with a blueprint that you can take to your own style or muck around with. That's kind of how I like to teach. You know, I like to, as I've said before, teach a man how to fish, and he won't hassle you to fish for him on the days he's hungry. Now, so with this particular exercise, there are 3 chords that it's based around, and I'm going to show you those 3 chords. You don't have to play these 3 chords. You can actually just pick out the notes that we need. But it's based around a blues. We've got an E7 chord, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, okay? 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 3rd string, okay? And we sort of want to have our pinky available or on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. This is an E7 chord, okay? And we're strumming every string. Now, if you're finding that you're killing notes, get that thumb under and bend your wrist a little bit more, okay? You want your knuckles above the level of the board, or sort of, I guess, I just banged my guitar into the stool behind me, which wasn't clever. But see my knuckles? We want them over there. That's going to help, and we want to be on our tips. We don't want to be flat. We want to be up on our tips like that, okay? Now, for the right hand, sorry if that's a little bit basic for you guys. Now, this will be a little bit more interesting for you, because we're about to talk about what's going on with the right hand. Now, if you are holding that chord, our first bar simply goes like this. We pick the 6th string down, 1st string up. We pick down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, which we're holding with our pinky. And then we pick up, and we release our pinky. So that's bar 1. Just like that. Now, if you happen to hit other strings doing this, it's fine. It's quite rockabilly, actually. So if you are a bit more advanced and want to fill that out a bit, you can. If you want to keep it really simple, here's the cool thing. You don't even really need to hold all these notes. If you're really struggling, say, hey man, I just want to have a crack at this, and I don't really even play much guitar, or I want to keep it super simple. See my 3rd finger? Put it on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, just like that. That's actually all we need. And we just let it go at the end. Obviously, it's a bit tricky, this bit. 6th string first, pick the 2nd string, open like that. There we go. Okay, so that's bar 1. Now, bar 2 is based around an A7 chord. We pick the 5th string, open. We pick the 1st string, open. Oh, I should explain the A7 chord. Take your 2nd finger, put it on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Take your 3rd finger, put it on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. Okay? And that's what you've got there. Now, we're picking the 5th string open. We're picking the 1st string open. Same rhythm as before. But this time, when we pick down on the 2nd string, we go up on the 1st string, so we're actually returning to that string. So now you might be thinking, why would I actually hold that note? Now later on, you're going to want to muck around with these things, or you might want to strum through a little bit more. Now you're holding a chord, but again, that's if you want to do that. You can literally just hold down the note that we need to be fretting. Okay, if you want to keep it super simple. Okay. So in this case, you could literally just hold the 2nd fret on the 2nd string, and it's your right hand that's kind of doing all the work. So that was bar 2. Bar 3 is the same as bar 1. This is what we've got so far. And now we get a little bit of a rockabilly picking thing going along, like a bass line. So we go. You could, in theory, play this with one finger if you needed to, okay? So obviously, I know a lot of you guys that follow me watch a lot of the videos, and so the stuff can really be on the advanced side. This is a video I'm intentionally making for guys that maybe are not, I wouldn't say not quite as advanced, but maybe they're earlier, they're sooner in their journey. Okay, so now we're going O on the 6th string, 4th fret. Then we go on the twice, so pick down up, guys. It's going to be much better later on. Go to the 2nd fret on the 5th string. Then go to the 5th fret on the 5th string. Did I say 2nd string? Open. We're on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Yep. 5. So O, O, 4, 4, 2, 2, 5, 5. Or you could play the 4th string open. That's the same note. I would advise using different fingers. 3rd, 2nd, sorry. 3rd, 1st, 5th. Okay. That takes us to bar 5, which is very similar to bar 2. But this time, instead of playing the A7 where we had nothing on the 1st string, we have our pinky down now, and it's a slightly different sounding chord. It's actually a little bit more bluesy. I like that. So I'm putting my pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and away I go with that same pattern, down on the 5th, up on the 1st, down on the 2nd, up on the 1st again. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, hang on. 1 and 2 and 3 and. And guys, if you want to get that sort of laid back feel, you need to play anything on the offbeat, on the and, as I was just counting through there, a little late almost. So it's like 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. So we'd actually kind of play these rhythms like this if I go back to the, right back to the start. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hopefully you get the point from that. So, bar 5, repeat it, but lift your 1st finger on when you hit that 1st string. So, guys, remember you can get the transcription for this. $2 a month from. I mean, hey, if you're getting a lot for $2 a month, you can contribute more if you like, which is very helpful to me. But completely up to you. And the cool thing is, like with Patreon, it's not like they make it hard for you to get out of it or cancel. You know, you sign up to some things, and then you're trying to, like, how do I get out of this now? And they make it really hard, like signing out of even Facebook and that sort of thing. Anyway, sorry, I'm going off the trail there. So now we're up to bar. So we did bar 4, bar 5. Lift the 1st finger. Okay, on the 1st string. Now bar 6. Now bar 7. We go back to E as was the 1st bar. And then we have this little lick here. Fret 2 and fret 3. Hit the 6th string open. Fret 2 and fret 3 again on the 1st and 2nd string. And hit the 6th string. So that sounds like this. So we're going 1, 2, and 3, 4, or 1, 2, and 3. So, okay, so the 2nd fret on the 2nd string, 3rd fret on the 1st string. Give it a little nudge, okay? Doesn't even matter if it's really well in tune or no, not the end of the world. So, everything so far. This is a little more challenging, this part. If you're playing this and you're really struggling, the simplest way to do it would be to hold the 2nd fret on the 5th string and the 2nd fret on the 1st string. Okay, just like that. Just hold 2 notes, even if you have to do it like that and cheat a little bit. 2nd fret on the 5th, 2nd fret on the 1st. Okay, the full chord that we want is a B7. Okay, which would be 2nd fret on the 5th, 1st fret on the 4th, 2nd fret on the 3rd, open 2nd, pinky on the 2nd fret. So there's a B7. Okay, that's the chord that you should endeavor to hold while you're playing this one, because then we can just do this. Alright, but if you're strumming, it's going to sound great, okay? So what I'm giving you is essentially like the skeleton of how you might even strum this to a degree. So if you're holding the full chord, well, it doesn't really matter, I guess. You pick the 5th string, up on the 1st, up on the 2nd, down on the 2nd, and then up on the 1st. So same pattern as all the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be the same, obviously, if you're just holding those two. But now you have a solution. A7. Exactly the same as what we did for bar 6 before. Okay, so 2nd string, lift up. And then we're back to the same thing we're doing for all the E7 chords, or E chords, like bar 1. And now we finish with a lick. We roll, and the way you practice these is we're picking 3, 2, 0. So we're only picking the first note. We're kind of peeling our fingers off. I might even suggest having your 3rd and 2nd down at the same time. Oh, don't go back that far. I got a little carried away. Okay. Peel. Do the same thing on the 2nd string. Same thing on the 3rd string. Play the open and 2nd together. But here's the thing, guys. To get this even and not to sound like this, count it like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the last 2 notes we're playing open 2nd string, 2nd fret on the 1st string. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, strum. And that way when you speed it up, it sounds like this. It's tricky to get back to that last note there. And that's it. That's the beginning. So if I play that whole thing now. And if you find that lick really hard, guys, this is like a little last bonus thing. Here's a tip. Just use the E minor pentatonic. 1, a 2, a 3. I'm just playing the 3rd fret, pulling it off, 3rd fret, pulling it off. You could do the 2nd fret, or you could use the 3rd fret. Okay, so you're working off E7, E7, A7, and B7 for this tune, which are at the top of the chart on this. They've just got the little drawings as they. I wish I could show you a picture, but I haven't been able to print it. I don't have a printer at home. It's at the studio and locked down and all that stuff. Anyway, guys, did you enjoy this lesson? Do you want to see more of these? Let me know. Okay? Or is there enough stuff out there and you couldn't care less and you're just like, Adrian, just do what you've been doing? Anyway. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Check out my other videos. There's heaps of them. Check out the Patreon. And have a great day. See you later.